Now, I'm sure by now you're well aware the Aviva Premiership starts here on BT Sport live on Friday night. But what's not so clear is how the teams will deal with the new scrum law set out by the IRB. Well, worry no more, because we have a vast demo area. We have two sets of volunteers, one from East London Rugby Club, one from Belsize Park Rugby Club, and of course we have two World Cup winning forwards who are about, you're looking nervous already, Ben, to dispel all the rumours around the new laws in the scrum. Hospital pass to you.
You've done that before. We'll try and get through the new laws. What we thought we'd do first, actually, Lawrence and I, is talk through what we were used to last year. So we're going to use our able volunteers. We're going to get them together as a pack of forwards on either side, get them bound up. So the old calling procedure that the referees would go through before the front rows went down would be to tell both sets to crouch. They'd get down in the position ready to go. Touch. They'd touch their opponent on the opposite shoulder. And then when he was happy it was all set, he would call set, and they'd go in. Okay, we're going to keep them down there because we're going to talk, Lawrence, about the problems that we faced and why we had so many resets and collapses.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the IRB have made something in the region of about 5 different changes in the last 12 years. And the reason for that is that clearly the power and the speed and the power coming on at engagement has just been getting bigger and bigger. And that's obviously health and safety issues. Ever since the late 90s, props have been getting bigger and bigger, and it's all about the hit. But added to that, it's about the number of collapse scrums. The IRB have had to do something to stop the number of collapse scrums and the dead time that we seem to have in a game of rugby.
And one of the reasons they're collapsing, in my mind, well, there's two reasons really. Firstly, the bind. If you've got that huge collision, trying to get the bind on someone who's pretty big in front of you, wearing a skin-tight, silky shirt, is very, very difficult. So we're getting a lot of people missing their binds, trying to come back in. The other problem is, because it's a more dangerous aspect to play, clubs don't want to do live scrummaging during the week. So they're hitting scrum machines which don't move. When you get a hit, there's lots of movement going around, and you're very good at hitting, but you can't make those alterations.
Well, the other thing, Ben, as well, is that the weaker scrummager of the two will just hit and go down, and it becomes a lottery for the referee as to whether it's a free kick or penalty.
So we'll break up and we'll show you how the IRB intend to address this.
That was the longest scrummage I think
I've ever
seen.
The quad's all right? The quad's all right. There's a bit of a bead on for the guys. Right, you're straight back into it. OK, so the new procedure that the referees are going to use is to crouch, but this time they're a little bit closer together because the next call is bind. They can't just reach for that far shoulder. Now they've actually got to get their bind before they go in. Obviously, what we're trying to stop there is the people missing their bind. When the referee calls set, in they go. But you'll notice, because they've been a little bit closer together to start with, they're a little bit higher than they were. So that's the first difference.
And the biggest difference is going to be that the referee will want a square and stable scrum. So square being the fact there's no wheel either way, and a stable scrum, and then he'll hand over to the 9, which makes it very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that of course, now that connection between the scrum half and the hooker and the number 8, getting the old channel ball back to the number 8 is going to be imperative. But the call comes from the referee now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be a challenge for those hookers that aren't used to hooking, because A, the referee's going to make them put it in straight. That law hasn't been applied for a number of years now. But also, as he lifts his foot, actually the oppositions are going to know about it, because the referee's going to be stood behind saying, put it in 9.
Will we see a scrum half yellow carded for a crooked feed?
We'll have to see.
Oh, I don't know. So generally, you're happy?
Yeah, we're moving in the right direction. I think it's one of those things we're going to have to suck it and see how it goes.